Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. So today is Mindset Monday, and I am going live on my business page on TikTok. So y'all give me a quick minute. How are you all today? Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. So today is Mindset Monday, y'all. And I told you guys I'm gonna be present. I'm gonna be here. We're gonna mix in a little bit of everything. Um, I am using I want to see, how do I get to see this? I'm hoping and praying that I get to see all the comments and things like that, because this is my first time using it from the update. So I am streaming live on Facebook. I'm on in the Facebook pages, on my groups, and also on YouTube and TikTok today. So super excited. So today is Mindset Monday. I told you guys I'm going to be here every single day of the week, just pouring into you all, whether it's encouragement, motivation, or knowledge. The one thing that I'm not going to let you guys do is fall short on my book. Okay. So if you're following me, if we're connected, then that means that there's a reason why we're connected. I don't believe that God does anything outside of that. Right. And so Mondays are Mindset Mondays. Okay, so you come here, we pour a little bit into you, we get to talk, we get to connect. On Tuesdays, we're going to call it Teach It Tuesdays. Teach It Tuesdays is going to be me just teaching you something, talking about something. This month we're focused on sales, taxes, and use. Okay, so make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Wednesday, as of right now, we don't have anything. Thursdays, we do have our Secure Your Soul Bible study session for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then on Fridays, we have our Funding Fridays, but we're going to do a little mix up. So that might be something that comes a little bit more often. Okay, so share this live with somebody, post it in your groups, post it on your stories, and just share it with some other people that might be blessed by this. So today we're going to talk about Mindset Monday. Okay, we're going to talk about your mindset. And one of the biggest things that I've realized with mindset is that if you don't change it, nothing changes. Y'all ever hear that saying that says, if nothing changes, nothing changes? That's literally what it is with your mind, right? We have access and authority to change any and all things that we need to change on a day-to-day basis. You literally can get up on Monday morning and say, you know what? I'm going to be a different business owner today. I'm going to be a different wife today. I'm going to be a different mom today. Nobody can make you feel any kind of way because you've changed how you think and how you operate from yesterday to today. Literally, you wake up and there's a new day. Okay, which means that you have access and you have the authority to change the things in which you want to be changed. Now, if you don't want to change anything, then that's on you. But as an entrepreneur, if you are in this, whether it's full time, whether it's part time, whether it's currently just a side hustle for you, you have to go into your mind and change things, because guess what? We were not created, well, we were created for this, but our minds have not adapted to the mindset in which you need to have. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of backstory, okay? One of the biggest things for me that I realize with entrepreneurs is that sometimes we don't recognize when the blessing is literally right in front of you. That's one of the biggest things that I've noticed, is that sometimes you don't recognize that there's an opportunity, there's clients, everything that you have prayed for is literally right in front of you. And the reality is that sometimes you are stuck in an old season, you're stuck in an old place, you're stuck in an old mindset, and so you can't even receive what it is that you actually prayed about, right? So I'm going to tell y'all what happened to me. So last year, real life story, y'all. Last year, my daughter, we moved to a new area. And so, of course, I had to put her into school and get her all acclimated. I was like, you know what? Let's get you back on the bus, right? So we went ahead, we got her bus. situated, and her bus stop was not like really really close. Now mind you, she's the only one in her out of the siblings, she's the only one that's actively going to the school, so I was trying to be really mindful with her. Okay, so we signed her up for the bus. The bus stop, the bus driver was actually so nice. He was like, listen, I know she's young, I'm gonna keep her on this bus, right, and I'll pick her up and drop her off from your house. You don't have to worry about bringing her to the bus stop. I said, okay, perfect. Right. And it's crazy because I never knew where that bus stop was, because from the beginning of the year when he took her in January, he would pick her up and drop her off right here at this bus stop, right here at my house. So I'm like, okay, cool, perfect. A month later, February 14th, I will never forget that day. I was getting ready to go out on my little solo date. I went to go get my makeup done, and I came home rushing because I wanted to make it back home on time for her when she got off the bus. Right? So she gets off I'm coming there, I'm waiting for the bus, and I'm like, where is she? She's not home. I'm tracking her location and I can't find her. I'm like, where is my baby? I run upstairs to ask my brother. I'm like, hey, did Amanda come home yet? He's like, nah, she didn't get off the bus yet. I'm worried. Like, I'm worried. Okay. She's only 9 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old. So I immediately said, you know what? Forget it. I canceled the bus. I said, don't worry about it. I'll drop and pick her up. Now, you're going to ask me what happened, right? So ask me in the comments what happened. Ask me what happened, right? So I'm going to tell y'all anyway. So what happened was her bus driver was absent that Friday. Okay. He was absent. So she had a regular bus driver. And that bus driver at that time did not know the accommodations that the original bus driver had with us. So she was taking Amanda to her regular bus stop, but Amanda did not know which bus stop was originally hers. So it triggered her, it triggered me, and I was just like, you know what, whatever. I'm gonna keep my baby home. I'm gonna just go ahead and drop her to school and pick her up. And for the rest of the year, that was it. Now, mind you, I said, okay, Amanda, you're getting bigger this year. Let's figure out what we can do so that way we can at least make sure that we take it, we can take advantage of the bus, because sometimes mommy wants to come back and I got to go to work and I got to get ready and I got to, make sure your siblings are good and that they get on the bus and other things like that. So this year school started. I went to the bus, to the school, and I said, hey, listen, what's Amanda's bus route? I want to know the exact street and location and corner so I can make sure I drop her and pick her up, and then there's no interruption and there's no problems, right? So they give me this paper, and y'all won't believe it. Her bus stop is in front of the house. My house address is Amanda's bus stop. Blessing. I had to ask a couple of times. Like, I asked the front desk, I asked I called the main bus route. I'm like, are you sure that blah 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 is the actual address for Amanda's bus stop? And they said, yeah, that's the bus stop. I'm like, so other kids can come off and get dropped off in front of my house? It was like, yeah, this is like the actual bus stop. I was trying to make sure that I wasn't missing anything. So that was amazing in itself. Now, for those of you all who know me right now, I can't really drive as much, right? But over the summer, I ended up hurting myself and I got a boot on, okay? So I wasn't allowed to drive. So this is for TikTok. I got a boot on, okay? So I wasn't really supposed to be driving. So that literally came in perfect timing. Not only did she have a bus stop, but I really didn't have to worry about like driving back and forth. So it was a blessing for her and a blessing for me, right? So here's what happened. She's been missing the bus, y'all. She's been missing the bus. She's been waking up later. Just the convenience of knowing that it's right there. Oh, I can just run outside. She's been missing the bus. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys, as business owners, sometimes we miss the bus. We miss the opportunity, even though it's right in front of us. Sometimes we miss the opportunity for God to bless us. We miss the opportunity for a client to pay for our invoice. We miss the opportunity because we're so stuck in our old season. We're so stuck in the past, we don't even recognize the blessing that's right in front of us. And that hit me today because I said, man, I wonder how many entrepreneurs are currently in a season that they have prayed for, that you're like, God, I need you to give me all of the desires of my heart. God, I need you to make this easier for me. God, I need you to take away the stress. I need you to send the clientele. I need you to send me the team. I need you to send me all of these people. And then when he gives it to you, you're so stuck in the last season that you don't even take advantage of it? How many business owners just don't take advantage of the opportunity for for the opportunity that's right presented in front of you? I know that that's really, really, really a hard place to be. Why? Because at so many times what we do as entrepreneurs is that we don't shift our mindset when the season changes. Sometimes we don't even recognize that we're in a new season. Some of us don't even recognize that we are in the season that we have been praying for, right? Simply because it doesn't look like somebody else's season. Simply because it doesn't feel like the season you thought it would. Like, you ask for more, you ask for more clientele, you ask to, go viral or whatever the case may be. And because it doesn't look like somebody else's current season, you automatically disregard it. You automatically think, well, you know what? I'm just not there yet, right? And so I wanted to give you guys a Bible verse. Isaiah 43:19 says, "Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." Which basically says, did you not see that I will do something new for you? Did you not notice it? Right? Like Amanda, did she not notice that the bus stop is literally in front of her house? How many of us have a blessing right in front of us, an opportunity right in front of us, a new set of clients? Some of you don't even, you're so, oh, that one was good. Some of you are in a season where you're so used to your old clientele that you don't recognize the new ones that you've been asking God for, that you've been praying for a new set of clientele. You've been praying for the clients that pay the invoices. You've been praying for the clients that don't try to get refunds all the time. You've been praying for the clients that don't ask you for a discount. You've been praying for a team that will work hard with and for you as if it's their brand. You've been working so hard and praying so hard for all of these amazing things. And as soon as it's in front of you, you don't even recognize it. You're still operating as if you're in your last season, even though you're in your new one. It's a mindset shift. You have to change how you think about it. You have to change how you go about it. You have to change how you show up in it. So I told myself today, I said, Amanda, you cannot miss the bus again. I said, God gave you the bus stop in front of your house. If you don't take advantage of it, you may lose it. Next year, it may not be in front of our house because when you ask for something, you did not listen. How many of you all have asked and prayed and fasted and cried and said, God, I just need a change. God, I just need an opportunity. God, I just need a new idea. I need a fresh idea. God, I just need assistance. I just need a team. I just need support. And you have it right in front of you, and you're so stuck in the old season that you won't even give yourself an opportunity to even like you won't even give yourself an opportunity to even embrace what God has blessed you with. You don't even see it as a blessing because in your mind, you're still so stuck. Amanda is still so stuck in last season. She's like, oh yeah, my mama take me to school every day. Oh yeah, my mama pick me up on a car rider every day. That's the season she's stuck in. That's the season that she's grounded in because that's where she was for 6, 7 months. Some of us have been grounded in a season of drought, in a season of poverty. Listen, let's just be transparent, right? We haven't seen an income like the income we've been praying about ever because our family and our bloodlines may not necessarily have come from that. And so you're stuck in an old season. And so when it's time for you to actually shift, when it's time for you to actually move forward, when it's time for you to actually change your mindset so that you can receive what it is that God has for you, you don't. You don't receive it because you're stuck. You don't receive it because you don't even see the blessing as a blessing because you're still in last season. You're still in a season of lack. You're still operating in a season of thinking that you're not worthy enough. You're still operating in a season where you feel um like an imposter. You're still operating in that season. And as a business owner, you have to change your mindset. Seasons will change. Today, you are going to be starting. Tomorrow, you may be a six-figure business owner. The next year, you may be a multimillionaire. Listen, today you might be a solo entrepreneur. Tomorrow, you might have 2 people on your team. Next year, you may have 10 people on your team. The following 5 years, you may have a corporate office. with hundreds of people. You don't know what your new season looks like. But when you are praying for it, when you are asking God for it, when you are trying to shift into this new place, you literally have to keep your eyes open. But you have to change how you think about things. You have to change your mindset. Listen, entrepreneurship is not just about the money. Our entrepreneurship is also about your mindset. You got to start reading different, hanging around people that are different, getting into your word, asking God to reveal those intricate details about your business. You literally have to shift. You literally have to change your mindset. Right now, everybody on social media only talks about the money, the money, the money. Oh, you got to do this. Oh, you got to do that. Oh, you got to run ads. Oh, you got to show up. Listen, what about your mindset? If you don't change your mind, nothing else matters in this world. If you don't change how you look at your business, nothing else changes. If you don't change how you look at your clients, nothing else changes. If you don't change those things, nothing changes. And so one of the biggest things for me is mindset. So that's why I said, you know what, every single Monday we're going to come on here and we're going to talk about how do you change your mind? How do you tap into the next level of you? How do you tap into the version of you that you have been praying to show up as every single day in your business? It's not easy. It's not easy to wake up and realize that the bus stop is in front of your house. It's not that easy to shift from going from poverty to six figures. It's not easy because even when you shift, now you got taxes to pay, now you got clients to pay, now you have vendors to pay, now you have, teams to pay, now you got to do payroll. It's a different mindset. So you can have all of these things, but you have to shift into that next season. And it's not always easy. It's not always comfortable. It doesn't always feel good, right? And so even though Amanda's bus stop is in front of her house, she still has to get up earlier because now the bus picks her up by 7:15. When in reality, she was able to sleep a little later. She was able to sleep 30 minutes later because mommy could take her to school by 7:40. So she had to shift her mindset. The bus stop is right there. The blessing is right there. But in her mind, that's not really a blessing. Like in her mind, it's like, man, I could have slept 30 more minutes if my mom take me to school. I could have slept. I could just ride with my mom. I don't have to hear the screaming and yelling of the kids on the bus. But it's a blessing right in front of your house. How many of you are currently right now dealing with the fact that there's a blessing in front of you, but it looks uncomfortable? It looks like it's too much work. It looks like you got to go out and network. It looks like you got to do something different. It looks like you got to set a goal for yourself every week, every day, every month. It looks like you might need to hire somebody, even though you don't really have the funds to do that, right? Let's just be honest. When I was scaling my business, okay. And I said, Neffy, you're going from six figures. You're trying to hit your first million. You need a team. You can't do this by yourself. Every single dollar that was originally mine started to go out into team pay. I'm like, wait a minute, God, what's going on? What's happening? The profit that I was actually seeing is now going into my team. I have 10 people on my team to pay, 10 staff members to pay. That's uncomfortable having to give that up. Even though the bus stop is right there, right? It's right in front of my face. I have to shift some things around. It's uncomfortable. I don't want to give away my money, right? I don't want to be left with the less of the like I don't want to have what's left. That was my mindset until I shifted and I said, Neffy, I'd rather you have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of your own. There is absolutely no business owner that can run their business by themselves without any type of support. Maybe you don't need a lot of people, but you still need a team. Maybe you don't need a whole, maybe you don't need an account manager. Maybe you don't need a systems manager. Maybe you don't need a person to take calls. Maybe you may not need as many people as I did to orchestrate and be able to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. But what does your business need? What is so uncomfortable that God is asking you to change in this season so that you can reach and grab your blessing? It may be, I told my team this morning, I said, hey, Monday we start a new goal. I mean, Wednesday we have a new goal. She said, hey, what's hyper? And I explained it to her. She said, oh, I never heard of that. Right? She didn't know what that was, but you have to do something different for your business. And when I shifted how I was thinking about it, when I was shifting how I felt about my brand, I said, wait a minute, I'm not doing this just for Neffy. I'm doing this for my legacy. I'm doing this so that my children's children's children will not have to worry about the things that I worried about. My mom went to school so I didn't have to worry about the things that she worried about. My grandpa took it upon himself to learn carpentry so that his children didn't have to worry about the things that he had to worry about. Each of us should be doing something a little bit different from our parents so that our children's children's children don't have to go through the same thing that we've endured. However, you cannot do that until you change your mind, until you change your way of thinking, until you change your way of showing up, until you change the way that you perceive the blessing, until you change the way that you view the bus stop in front of your house. That's first and foremost. You have to change your mindset. You have to change how you think. You have to change how it makes you feel. You have to literally force yourself to ask yourself, what does this mean? How can I interpret this in my new season? I know that work didn't look comfortable in my last season, but in my new season, I have to. I am, on top of the fact that I have my own brand, right? I am also a travel coach. And so I'm a part of a boot camp that's 16 weeks long. And let me just be honest, they're giving us directions, they're giving us homework, they're giving us daily strategies, things that we need to do each day, each week. And I am overwhelmed. And I told myself, Neffy, get it done. Because your next season is dependent on how you show up, right? So this is my new season for my travel business. This is my new season for my business plug business. This is my new season for my Noah's Art company. This is your new season for your brand. But you have to realize that the blessing is already in front of you. You just need to take advantage of it. You just need to show up in it. You listen, there's nothing else isn't that what's so amazing? It says, behold, I will do a new thing. God did not say you had to do something new. He said, behold, I will do a new thing and it shall spring forth. He already gave you the blessing. It's already there. You just have to show up and embrace it. You just have to show up and welcome it. Right? He said it shall spring forth. He will do a new thing. He said, I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers and in the desert. I will even, that means that I will even make a way when it doesn't feel comfortable, when it feels overwhelming, when it feels frustrating, when it feels drowning, when you feel like you're going through imposter syndrome, when it feels like there's no clients, when it feels that there's no invoices being paid, when it feels like there's no team members showing up, when it feels like there's nobody clapping, nobody showing up, nobody liking your post, nobody sharing your post. Guess what? You show up anyway. You show up anyway. He said, I will make a way. Your business will succeed, right? But sometimes we don't even show up. We don't even show up. So today, I want you to change your mindset. And I want you to start thinking about how I want you to, every single day that you wake up to work on your business, I want you to say to yourself, the bus stop is in front of my house. It's in front of my house. It's right here. The blessing is right here. The blessing is right in front of me. Right here. The clients are right in front of me. The vendors are right in front of me. The partnerships are right in front of me. The grants are right in front of me. The sales are right in front of me. The clientele is right in front of me. The networking events that I need to attend right in front of me. The commissioners I need to meet for my organization right in front of me. The opportunities I need to be presented right in front of me. The tasks I need to do right in front of me. The resources that I need to find right in front of me. Everything is right in front of me. I just have to shift how I see it so that I can actually take advantage of it, so that I can actually enjoy it, so that I can actually use it to its fullest potential. Amanda's not using that bus stop to her fullest potential. See, she's enjoying the ride back home because because the school says, "Hey, you're already here. You're a bus drop off." But she's only using it half the time. How many of you all are only using the blessings that God has placed in front of you a half of the time? You're only, sometimes you do the work, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get an invoice paid, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you go viral, sometimes you don't. Why? Because you're not using it till its fullest extent. You're not showing up to the fullest that you can, like to your fullest potential. Maximize it. Amanda is going to get on this bus every single day from now on. Even if that means that I have to wake up an hour earlier to make sure that she's up and she's on time, it's going to get done. What do you need to do? What do you need to change? What mindset do you need to have to make sure that you show up for your business every day? If you set a goal that you need to DM 100 people a day about your brand. Hi, I'm Pronette. I'm a notary signing agent. Not sure if you ever need my services or if it's something that you need right now. However, I just want to let you know that I am available. I do offer in person, mobile, and online notary services. Simple. You're not asking anybody to buy. You're not asking anybody to do anything. You're just sharing your business. How many of you all will do that for your brand? It's uncomfortable. But what if I told you that your blessing was right there in your DMs? I'm just saying. What if you said, okay, Neffy, I need to connect with 20 businesses a week so that I could show them my new t-shirts that I print t-shirts. Hi, I'm a t-shirt printer and I have a t-shirt printing business. My name is Tanyelle. I have a company called Tanyelle Creative Creations and I print t-shirts and I print hats. And I know that you may not necessarily need the service right now, but I know you have a location and you have services. And I want to be able to, if you ever need my services, feel free to give me a call. First shirt on me. Or what if you are a social media manager and maybe you just need to reach out to, 50 groups and say, hey, I want to offer a free social media class in exchange for me just putting my business out there. And you say, I'm going to do this week, I'm going to reach out to 50 groups that have Facebook groups or Instagram groups or whatever. How many of us are willing to do that part of the work? Maybe you own a gift wrapping company. And I don't even know who's on here because I'm using StreamYard, and it's not showing me any comments if there are any. And so I can't see anything. I'm just off the top of my head. What if you own a gift wrapping company? The holidays are coming and you start partnering with people. Hey, I offer gift wrapping services. I wanted to know if people are buying stuff for your holiday season. If you would let me gift wrap them, I can do it at a very minimal cost. I just really want to showcase my services and what it is that I have to offer. And maybe you can build it into your package. So it can just cover the cost of at least me wrapping the items for you and me purchasing the paper. What if you're a travel agent and you want to give out and you're trying to book 30 people to go to your trip in Dubai next year? And you say, you know what? I'm not stopping until I get 30 people. I'm not going to stop posting on my social media page about this. I'm not going to stop creating content about my Dubai trip until I get 30 people to sign up, 30 people to make a deposit. It literally, that is the work That is the blessing is right there, but it takes Amanda to walk outside, to get ready, to wake up on time, to get dressed, brush her teeth, get her lunchbox together, be ready, walk outside, and for us to stand at the sidewalk by 7:12, 7:13, so that she can be ready for the bus. What if the blessing was right there, but it was waiting on you to take those in between steps? What if it was waiting on you to get ready? What if it was waiting on you to get dressed? What if it was waiting on you to make your lunchbox? What if it was just waiting on you to do those very, very little details in between so that you could obtain the blessing? Some of us just don't want to do that part of the work. We just want to wake up and the bus just come and drag us from out of the bed. Doesn't work like that. Your business does not work that way. You have to do some of the work, but your mindset has to shift. You have to say, you know what? God gave me this business. It's right here in front of me. Let me take advantage of it. Let me do the work. I am in a phase in my life right now that I have some goals that are a lot bigger than I've ever even thought of. And because of that reason, it's forcing me to show up. It's forcing me to do something different. I used to go live all the time and then I stopped. So guess what? Now I'm going live. Now I'm doing things. Thank you, Leonard, for the love. I appreciate you. Right? I literally had to change my mindset, Neffy. You work from home. Get it together. Change your mindset. Change how you're looking at this. Change how you're viewing it. Change how you're showing up so that you can get the benefits of the blessing that is literally just waiting for you. Okay, so I absolutely love you guys. I appreciate you all for jumping on here and spending your 30 minutes with me today. Tomorrow we will be on here live. We're going to be doing Teach It Tuesdays. Tomorrow we're going to be teaching about sales uses and tax. If you are a business owner and you pay sales taxes, or if you don't know, thank you, Mirza, for the love. Thank you, thank you. If you are a business owner and you own a product, you sell products, you purchase products, anything business, you need to be on here tomorrow at 12 o'clock. We're going to be live. We're going to be talking about sales, uses, and taxes, what it is, who it's for, why it's important. And then we're going to learn how to actually complete that on September 28th in person if you are in the Miami area. But I at least want to make sure that we go over the who, the what, and the why with you guys tomorrow. So join me tomorrow at 12 o'clock. We will be live right here. I appreciate you all. I'm getting ready to go do my work. Okay, I got work to do. Y'all got work to do, right? And so I am super excited about you guys just shifting the way that you think about your business, shifting the way that you feel about your business, and how you are showing up to the blessing. You guys have an amazing Monday, and I will talk to you guys later.